Hi everybody, my name is David. I'm a KOK Play Frontier from the Genesis group, and today I'm going to continue reading the white paper. I will starting from here, KOK platform structure. Okay. The dApp, which will run on KOK platform, can be seen as a service group that forms single district or a sector. One dApp is similar to how one portal service is structured in the internet service. BP is selected based on the characteristics of symmetrical structure drawn from group theory. Participating primary nodes are responsible for developing the dApp ecosystem and demonstrating KOK platform as safer and faster. In this symmetrical structure, dApp services find their similarities through structuralization, comparing the number of transactions, the nodes distribution, and the time complexity generated within each dApp service structure. This similarity works to group them in one large group, and it overcomes the limit of existing blockchain by optimizing similar structure within the group. We define it as GOSBP, Group of Symmetry Blockchain Producer. A group of dApp services has a primary node that participates in the KOK platform as a BP, block generation nodes block producer node, and is connected to this representative node to form its own dApp service ecosystem. This dApp service ecosystem resembles aspects of side chains, but it does not have its own dApp coin. Instead, implements its function by linking and conveying many off-chain services and BPs. Coins required for token explicitation includes compensation. KOK are allocated via KOK Foundation and used. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get the right size. Okay, 2.1 protocol, blockchain protocol, BAP, B-A-A-P, okay? The Internet of Values and Trust is called the next generation Internet, and in essence of the Internet is called WWW, World Wide Web. If so, KOK expects that the essence of the next generation Internet will probably be the next phase of WWBW, Worldwide Blockchain Web, which is the next phase of WWW. WWBW has to abide by web standard that is defined and managed by W3C, otherwise known as World Wide Web Consortium. Semantic web that W3C currently defines will be WWBW. Such blockchain is currently facing three dilemmas. Ethereum's founder, Vitalik Buterin, called these as the trilemma of blockchain. He also claimed that if three characteristics of security, scalability, and decentralization, all three cannot be achieved at the same time, and at most only two will be resolved. Many blockchains are trying to solve this trilemma. The same applies to KOK platform. Blockchain is often regarded as a technological commodity that possesses public property characteristics and is viewed as a newly formed economic layer on the World Wide Web. Trust and fundamental values essential to the economical contract and transaction are guaranteed by the economic layer, the blockchain protocol. It seems creation of dApps are easier considering blockchain as the economic layer, and the World Wide Web is moving toward the next level, the WWBW, Worldwide Blockchain Web. KOK platform is one of these BAP, which will allow many dApps to be easily designed on top of this platform. So here we're going to look at 2.1.1 BP selection algorithm depots. Okay, the node that is delegated to generate the block and determine the main policy is called the block generation node. Block producer, hereinafter BP, and all dApps are eligible to become BP. The selected dApp provider is compensated for its role as a block generator. The methods and conditions of becoming BP are as follows. Number 1, BP selection method. BP is selected among dApp providers that provide highest quality dApp services. The selection method is ranked according to the votes of coin holders and service utilization rate. Selected BPs are compensated for block generation. Conditions to be BP. In order for a dApp to become a BP, a node server must be established and operated. Server deployments cost approximately $500 per month for using cloud services with minimum specifications. Even with investment costs, higher returns can be achieved with block generating rewards. 2.1.2 BP Consensus Algorithm PPBFT. Initially, KOK mainnet is made up of 21 BPs, or 7 clusters consisting of 3 BPs in each region. 1 BP has 2 logic layers. The upper layer is the service layer, and the lower layer is the communication layer that is responsible for consensus. In case the dApp is dysfunctional or not ready to operate when the mainnet is launched, the BP representing dApps enter into the mainnet as a dummy BP while running only the communication layer lower layer. The 7 regions are fixed before the start of the mainnet, taking into account the distribution of global telecommunication networks and the dApp. Each region has its own index for its initial mainnet creation, called the Block Region Index, BRI, with the numbers from 0 to 6. Each BP has its own index, which is called the Block Producer Index, BPI. The BPI is fixed at initial mainnet creation, and the given number is from 0 to 20. The index for each BP extends to the adjacent region and goes up incrementally in BPI. In other words, the region 0 has BPs with BPI 0714, region 1's BPs with BPIs 1815, making region 6 BP with BPI 63 and 13. A certain time zone where blocks are generated is called the block generation period. During the period, 1 BP is responsible for the initial block generation, and that node is called the primary BP. 24 blocks are created during the 1 block generation interval. The number of blocks to be created in one interval can be adjusted through further simulation and testing. The primary BP is determined during the previous block generation period. The method is decided by the outcome of function MOD21, which is a module for the last 4-byte value of the 21st block hash generated during the previous block production interval. The result of the MOD21 function is an integer between 0 to 20 regardless of the input value. This value is the exponential value of the BP that will assign it as the next primary BP. The block selected to determine the next primary BP is currently fixed to the 21st block. However, the selection algorithm will be changed in a later version. 6 BPs are obtained by adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the index value of the primary BP, then applying the mode21 function. These 6 BPIs are the lead BP, each region among the neighboring BPs. In the block generation period, lead BP serves as a leader to draw consensus in his region along with primary BP and notifies the result to the primary BP. Primary BP propagates its initial block to the lead BPs of the neighboring region, and the lead BP of each region propagates the received block to the other two BPs of his own region to verify consensus. The consensus algorithm used to the PBFT, Practical Byzantine Fault Tolerance Algorithm. Each lead BP sends the consensus result of its region to the primary BP. The consensus algorithm used in this phase is again the PBFT algorithm. The consensus algorithm applied comprehensively to the KOK platform is PBBFT, parallel PBFT. Alright, that is it for this video. Next time I will start at here, okay, at 2.13, Decentralized Artificial Intelligence. Alright everyone, I hope you guys like the contents. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like, subscribe, and if you want to join KOK Play, go to Play Store, type in KOK space PLAY, KOK space PLAY. You're going to need an invite recommendation code. Use mine, QAABIRWL, QAABIRWL. Alright everybody, I hope you like this. I hope this helped out. Everyone stay blessed. God bless. KOK on.